What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video. So it looked like WNBA reporter Annie Costabile has responded to rumors why she quit the Chicago Sun-Times. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Chicago. Let's get it. Let's go.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Tonight, we heard about Annie Costabile pretty much turning in her notice and letting go of the Chicago Sun-Times. Well, I'm here to tell you more information has come out as to why she has decided to leave. But before we get into that story, we got to go over to how we got here, man. So we all know at the start of the basketball season, Angel Reese was drafted by the Chicago Sky, and a lot of people was kind of happy about it. Then right after they got Angel, they got none other than Camila Cardoso coming out of South Carolina, and she was an NCAA champion headed on over there as well. So they got back-to-back champions on their squad, and they just could not get it going for the 2024 season. Now, head coach Teresa Witherspoon was the one they ultimately hired to lead the charge for the season, and ultimately, we know she was let go for many different reasons. A lot of people were speculating that it's because of locker room drama with none other than Angel Reese kind of stat pattern when it comes to her getting that double-double record for us the rebounds. Now, Annie was being called out by many people in Chicago for her pretty much being biased in regards to reporting on Angel Reese. Now, we know Angel Reese supporters try to hold Angel to a higher standard than reality. And the reality of the situation is Angel Reese does miss a lot of layups. Angel Reese does look like she's stat pat. But at the end of the day, people do not want to tell the truth in the Chicago fan base. That is until one reporter, Annie Costabile, started writing about it. And my God, she started getting crucified on X. People in Chicago was like, oh, no, we ain't rocking with you. Oh, she hate her. But then what really turned things up was when she refused to speak negatively about Caitlin Clark. Now, we know Caitlin Clark has been the topic of discussion ever since she came into the league from Iowa. Now, Annie Costabile was one of the best reporters. We're reporting on everything, dog. She let it be known she was going to keep it real with her, and that's exactly what she's been doing. Well, about 2 days ago, she released this statement here where we're about to roll the footage of her pretty much saying that, she's stepping away from the Chicago Sun-Times. Roll the footage. It stated, I was 15 the first time I shared my dream of working for the Chicago Sun-Times out loud. About 10 years later, I got my shot. 7 years after making my adolescent dream come true, the reality of which was far greater than anything I could have imagined. I'm saying goodbye. So it looked like she is quitting, bruh. And it goes on to say, today was my last day at Sun-Times. It's difficult to come up with the right words to explain what this job has meant to me. All I keep coming back to is my grandma, who has never went without a newspaper, that littered our house growing up. I could still picture her greeting me as I walked in the front door after school or practice. She'll lower the paper covering her face just enough for me to see her eyes and ask, how was your day, hun? If I could tell her about my day, I'll tell her it was hard. Saying goodbye is hard. Moving on, it looked like it could be even harder. She'll say, well, that's all right, Annie. It shouldn't be easy to say goodbye to something you love. Thank you to everyone, especially the sports staff, my editors, colleagues, and readers for proving my grandmother right and making it this goodbye so difficult. It just means we had some fun and did some good. In a world of instant gratification, yes, men and I unconscious desire to prioritize being liked over being respected, Prince stands in open defiance. At least that's what I've learned for working at the Chicago Sun-Times alongside journalists who weren't afraid to dive headfirst into Hornet's Nest and write the truth. Now, more than ever, the truth is worth fighting for. Now that last part right there let me know Andy Constable is not done. I'm wishing her nothing but the best. Now that was Andy Constable pretty much letting us know exactly, she's stepping away. Basically her resignation letter. Well, I'm here to tell you, earlier this morning, she took the X to drop this statement right here because we know a lot of rumors has been coming out. Now, I'll be the first to tell you, I'm pretty much saying that she quit because people was hounding her for not bashing on Kayla Clark. That's what it was. I believe it was a lot of fans in Chicago and a lot of people in WNBA media, like her peers, mad that she wouldn't bash on Kayla Clark. That's my theory of it all. I believe that's why Annie was getting harassed the way she was. But make no excuses about it. She made it her business to step away. And your boy John Liquidator always told y'all, bro. You want to be your own boss, bro. And Annie should start her own thing. I spoke about it last night. How I feel like Annie could just start her YouTube channel, start her a blog, start a website, and just break down WNBA news on her own. She'll be the biggest in the game. She'll be a super boss. She got all the resources. She got all the connects already. She could literally be bigger than Rachel Dementa right now. That's how big Annie could be if she started her own thing. Now, this right here is Annie Constable X account. And she listed a various of tweets. But let's pull up exactly what she said last night. Continue to support this newspaper, specifically the sports staff. Now, Annie Constable responded early this morning to all of the accusations and rumors to why she basically quit the Chicago Sun-Times. She stated, I will continue to support this paper, specifically the sports staff, and you should too, X's and O. So she pretty much is letting people know, don't boycott the Chicago Sun-Times. And so I guess Matt has stated, so the WNBA beat in Chicago at a time when the league has never been more popular. The team is regularly drawing 9 to 10K slash a night and has an exciting young core. Is now down to the Tribune Bulls writer, X.com. So I guess that was somebody just speaking about it. So Annie stated, want to clarify something. I was not laid off and was not giving a buyout. The Sun-Times will continue to cover the sky and women's sports, dunking on a paper, one I love dearly, while it's going through a devastating change in its eyes, say the least. So that was her pretty much saying that, she wasn't bought out, she wasn't let go, and stuff like that. Somebody said a departing gift, my final column at the Sun-Times. Viper, cheers to you, Rick. Oh, so Annie is not the only one leaving. Did he leave? Who was Rick? I don't know who Rick is. Let's see. A departing gift. Let's go to his X account. Hold on. Something happening. Chicago Sun-Times columnist, the wise old sag. Order group, thank you for the memories. Oh, snap. Is he leaving too? I can't verify that he's leaving, this Rick guy. But it looked like he is, man. It looked like he could be up out of there too, bro. And yeah, man. It's looking spooky in Chicago. It's looking real spooky, man. But I want to know you guys' thoughts down in the comments section right now. Boy John Liquidator kind of got a late start today, so I'll try to catch up with the news as best I can. If we missed some stories today, I'll be sure to cover them tomorrow. But as for right now, it's back to business. Get down in the comments section. Let me know your thoughts about this. Keep them bells on because I'm going to bring you news. And until next time, dog, shake the haters off. I'm out of here. Peace out. Shake the haters.